Now, what do if no matter how hard you try, no matter how excellent you are, no matter how much you climb up to deliver value to your customers, you just can't fly over their rising expectations? What do you do then? For example, if somebody comes up to a counter at the airport and they're late, and they go bang, bang on the counter, get me on that flight. And we say, I'm sorry, sir, but the flight has already left. And he says, I don't care, you get me on that flight. Well, this is not possible. We don't call the captain and say, excuse me, Captain, could you bring that flight back? We have one more that would like to get on. It doesn't work that way. So what do you do if you get a situation where the best you can do is to put your service up, but not up as high as their expectations? Then what? Do you have to just surrender in these situations and say, well, you win some, you lose some? Maybe not. Maybe there is a way that we can influence this green line. Maybe there's a way that we can engage with our customers and cause this green line to come down just enough so that our service delivery can still fly over their expectations. But how do you make that work? Well, let's take a look at a couple of examples. Come with me to Disneyland on a very crowded Saturday. As you know, in Disneyland, there's going to be a big crowd. And so if you go to one of the popular rides, you're going to have to wait in line, maybe even a long line. Well, there you are in line, and at a certain point, you'll see a little sign. It says, 25 more minutes from this point in line. Well, if you're like everybody else in the world, when you see that sign, you're going to look at your watch and you'll mentally calculate, 25 minutes later, I'll be on the line. I'll be on the ride, going along, 10 minutes pass, 12 minutes pass, 15 minutes pass. Suddenly it's your turn to get on the ride. And you sit there and you say, now hold on a second, look at your watch. Hey, we're early by 10 minutes. And you climb on board that ride, delighted that you've arrived 10 minutes early. You don't notice anymore that you waited 15 minutes. But the secret is, Disneyland knows that from that point in line, it's only 15 minutes. But they put up a sign to tell you that it's going to be 25 minutes. Why? What are they doing? Managing your expectations. Now, the airline industries do that to you every single time you fly. Now, I don't mean to disappoint you the next time you fly, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. When you land and you go through immigration and you show up for your bags, that baggage belt, when does it start to move? You know, you're standing there waiting, going, and then all of a sudden, and the baggage belt starts to move. Does it move when the very first bag comes? Have you ever seen that happen? Have you ever seen the baggage belt start and there's the first bag? No. In fact, the baggage belt starts between 2 to 3 minutes before the first bag comes. Why? Do you really think that what we're doing is warming up the baggage belt? Of course not. The baggage belt is fine. We're warming up you. You will stand there for an extra 2 to 3 minutes and go, hey, the baggage belt is moving. My bags must be on the way. You'll be perfectly happy with no bags. What's the airline doing? Managing your expectations. Now, it happens at the check-in counter, too. Let's say somebody comes late, and they arrive, and they come to the counter, and you can tell they've been mishandled somewhere earlier in their travel. They're not a happy camper, not in a good mood. They come up to the counter and go, I want an aisle seat, no smoking, close to the front, and hurry up. Well, the people behind the counter know what to do in this situation. They look down at their computers, and maybe there's one seat left. It's an aisle seat. It's close to the front. It's just what he wants. No smoking. She'll lock it in on her computer. But she won't look up to him and say, certainly, sir, I've got that for you. No, no, no. She'll say, well, sir, it's a very full flight. And, of course, he gets a little angrier. But I can see it's important to you. Let me see what I can do. Now, hold on a second. I'm going to call the gate. So she'll pick up the phone and say, hello, gate. I need your help here. I know it's a full flight, but that's why I'm calling you, okay? Do you see if you can find for me one more seat, aisle seat, no smoking, close to the front? Come on, I know it's full, but that's why I called you. Help me out, will you please? Of course, during this whole time, the customer's going, huh? She says, no, hold on. Oh, you've got one. Okay, good. What's the number? Okay, oh, very good. Thank you very much. She hangs up the phone. Of course, the customer's going, oh, you got one for me. What he doesn't know is there's nobody on the phone. Why do we go through all that? Manage the customer's expectations.